Then we put the wire in, and we covered half of it. We gotta cover this section still, probably tomorrow. It grows almost, Kiros don't like it. So what was it? Plant lemongrass. Lemongrass. I'm gonna get some seeds and plant them because there's none here in any of the stores. Texas, real. Thank you. It's my little heaven place. Keeps me busy. Are you in Canada? Or yes, I'm in Canada, Nick. Um, been here. This is my second week. I was finishing my little tiny house with Duke. Even lemon balm. Yeah, I gotta get some. Maybe I might go to town tomorrow to pick up some food because we're running a little bit low, and finally we got some power. So right now I can put some food in the fridge because I did not have a fridge. So we got the power going as of like the past hour. That's why I couldn't come in yesterday or anything. We're trying to get everything configured. Yeah, this is my little heaven place. Just a lot of work still. Been at it for many years, but we're trying to get there. So we finally got the tiny house built last year, and I just gotta do some installation, and everything else will start to kind of come along nicely. And as long as I have my main essentials, which is water, septic tank, and some power. I've been running off a battery for a long time. Yeah, by myself, all by myself, except for the trench. I had to actually get somebody with an excavator to come and get it done for me. I wish I had my own excavator, but they're freaking expensive. They're not cheap. Duke, where's the ball? Lots of wood to build barns and homes with. There is. If there is some Douglas Dale and some nice cedar, yeah, for sure, 100%. But between the trees, there's lots of rotten birch. They get like 100 feet in height, and they just explode. And they're rotten in the inside. We had one drop yesterday. Yeah, it's very rocky place, and as you can see over there, we took a lot of rocks to actually dig. What I did the tiny house, I actually had to get what do you call it? A hammer drill, gas powered one, so I can be able to dig at least 3 feet. Oh, there's a lot of rocks. Trust me, there's a lot of rocks to pick up. 100%. It never ends. You're just always on the go, on the go. Oh, there's Duke's bone. He found it finally. Guys, whoever sending me a comment is being blocked. Just to kind of let you know. So maybe reword, maybe your comment differently, or your question possibly. But yeah, I wouldn't mind buying like a small excavator if I could afford it, and I can do so much work around here and finish up. Then after that, I can probably turn around and still sell it and still make, get your money back worth at the end, which is nice. Right, Duke? What do you have there? Is that your little bone? Your little snack? I know I came on late today. We just finished like an hour ago. And we still have one section to finish to cover the power. And this one I have to use the generator anymore. So there's a big hole. I had to cover it so Duke doesn't come out. All the way from under the trailer. Not bad. Right, Duke? What's going on? I'll wait till a few more people come join the chat. We'll talk a little bit about nitric oxide because I've been getting a lot of requests on it. So we'll focus on that today. There is lots of work because we had to go all the way down to the bottom, and it was not easy. It's not easy, but it's getting there. This year I have to actually do it by hand because there's no point of keeping the excavator here just for that small section. And Duke definitely will help me cover it once we put the wire through, because he loves digging, right, Duke? Duke, don't cover it yet. Don't cover it yet. Tomorrow, we'll cover it tomorrow. Come out. Hey, this way. Let's go. Let's go check out on the greenhouse. Yeah, it's very rocky here. Very rocky. And I still have to dig for the septic pipe. So I got the pipes in, came in yesterday. So I'll have to actually dig for that. That's gonna be done by hand. I'm only gonna dig like maybe a foot, not even. And the only thing that is left is the water. I have to figure out what to do for the water. So hopefully we can get that going so it does not freeze. Looks like Colorado, possibly. I haven't been to Colorado. If it's full of mountains like this, and probably is because it's pretty close to a lot of that section. So yeah, this is all the crown land. The only reason I have the cage here is just so kind of prevent Duke from going after the coyotes. The soil perk, you live off grid? Yes, off grid. Where is this? This is in Canada. There's my little place, guys. Hey, you wanna go outside? Okay, let's put the leash on because I can't let you go by without a leash. You know what happens, right? Wait, hold it. Hold it. Oh, there he goes. Right outside. So yeah, it's all crown land ahead of us there. And there's a small pond, that's where Duke likes to kind of play. But I'm gonna try to actually extend the fence up. It's very tough because it's downhill. And if I do extend it up, then Duke can actually spend most of his time in the water because he loves digging by there. If I go up a little bit further, I think I might get disconnected. Maybe, we'll see. But let's go check out. I finally was able to put the cover for the greenhouse that we're building. We got that going, which is nice. I got all my cucumbers. They're doing good. So far, so good. And we got some strawberries. Still haven't really done anything. All those beautiful dandelions are amazing here. I usually pick them out and I actually dry them up for tea and stuff. It's really good for your livers, for your kidney, to actually increase your glutathione levels. It's excellent. Guys, let's tap the screen. Maybe we'll get more people joining. I wanted to actually talk to you guys today about nitric oxide. Like very important, because there's been some major studies and scientific literature showing very positive effect for the cardiovascular. So we got here, so all these are cucumbers. I got roughly about 30, and we got some zucchini, we got watermelon, we got some cabbage, and no strawberries yet. 40 freaking strawberries, not one came out. So we're gonna wait and see. And of course I have to plant carrots for Duke because that's all he likes is carrots. So still nothing. They're still too early yet. We'll keep them covered for now. And I'm trying these plants. I was told they actually, whether it's a harsh environment or not, they actually do really good. They're supposed to be like in the family of artichoke. They're called Jerusalem artichoke. They're like very similar like potatoes, but very high in resistant starches. So when we consume resistant starch, we can actually convert it to essential fatty acid, which is butyric acid. Your stomach can actually convert it, which is really good for gut health. Duke, back up. You're stuck. Duke, there we go. And of course, I'm testing these two honeyberries. I brought them last year off seeds, so they're actually growing really nicely. And if they do well, then I want to get like 100 plants of honeyberries. I think they'll do really well. We'll see how that goes. Guys, let's tap the screen if you don't mind. Maybe we get a couple more people joining. Would be great. I know Art. I'm trying to kind of keep it per topic, so that this way we can talk a little bit more about specific things instead of randomly every day talking about other things. So this way we can kind of focus on one thing at a time. So if you guys have any questions or anything in regards to nitric oxide, and or if any of you guys are using some, we can actually discuss it in details. And I'll close the gate because Duke is in. Right, Duke? That was quick. 5-minute play with the water. Is that all you wanted? Okay. Go play. Oh, finally the sun is out. It's supposed to actually rain for the next 3 days, like heavy rain, starting tonight. So we had no sun all day till now, actually. So I missed the sun. So as you guys can see, it's already down one level. So no sun today for the next 4 days, actually. Duke, get the ball if you wanna play. Yeah, it is a beautiful area. Look, we can already see the freaking chemtrail. No wonder weather keeps changing. Yeah, this mountain here is pretty high. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see right on the top there. There's still some snow. And this morning, actually, when I woke up at 4, it was actually the whole layer there was all frosted. So it's I guess very cold actually. At night, around 7 p.m. It does get quite chilly, even in the summertime. So no matter what, you still have to wear like a jacket or something at night or a sweater. So pretty much you're pretty much deep in the mountains. So this is my little view, trying to actually make it. And so my plan now, because I've been getting a lot of people wanna come down here for a retreat. So once I'm done my tiny house this year, I'm gonna sell that trailer in the bottom there, that big trailer. I'm gonna sell it. I don't know how much I can make for it. Whatever money I get from it, then I'm gonna build right on top of the sea can. So it's gonna be 20 feet by 8 feet, probably by 8 feet in height as well. It's gonna be like a dry cabin. So this way I can make it into like a retreat, or any guests that come in, they can actually have their own little private section, which is good. Any bears? Oh yeah, there's bears. There's coyotes. That's why I try to keep Duke in here, because or else he'll go after them. And last year I lost him for like an hour and a half going after in the crown land behind me. So it gets very dangerous. I'll have to go after him. I don't want him to kind of get hurt. But you guys can see there's another chemtrail. That's the second one. And this morning there was like 2. Every time there's a clear sky, you see them. No wonder our weather changes so much. But yeah, there's mostly I've seen here the blackbeards more than anything, which is kind of common because they come down to kind of eat a lot of the berries, because we have a lot of wild strawberries. They're actually called bear strawberries. I'll show them to you guys. They grow everywhere on this land. Like if you actually grab a cup and start picking from the bottom up, you'll probably have about 10 cups of strawberries, which is pretty nice. So there's a lot of berries here that grows, so that's why you get a lot of black bears. we got blackberry, we got blueberries, we got huckleberries. They're all kind of grown wild. How do you get rid of bad menstrual cramps? Mostly it's gonna be magnesium citrate that actually works in that. What do you take for Crohn's? As well, it's gonna be magnesium and it's gonna be quercetin, but you have to actually start using some digestive enzymes to get rid of. Guys, I wanted to actually focus a little bit more on nitric oxide more than anything. So if any questions in regards to that, or anybody has used it, I can definitely, we can go into that, because in regards to nitric oxide is very, very crucial to actually, I think anybody who's over the age of probably 35, it is a great idea to actually utilize it, because your body does not produce much nitric oxide anymore, or we don't actually produce it correctly from food. And one of the main thing is because we're deficient in magnesium. And if you guys had a chance to watch my recent video on YouTube, I did talk about different forms of nitric oxide synthase, from eNOS, iNOS, nNOS, and MT-NOS as well too, which is really good. Let our dog explore. He comes back in 30-45 minutes. They're getting acquainted. We let our dog explore. He comes back. So the problem is, what about you guys? Two coyotes almost took my little dog from my parents' backyard. They jumped in. She was by herself. Yeah, they do that quite a bit. See, the only reason I cannot let Duke go out, I used to do that quite a bit, especially when it gets super hot. I'll let him go out, no problem, during the daytime. And he does come back. Anytime I call him, he will come back, or he comes back within an hour, 45 minutes, not a big deal. But the problem is there's a lot more coyotes this year compared to last year, especially because a couple of our neighbors, they have chickens, they have rabbits, so it becomes very dangerous. And what happened is they want to really take the chance and just let them go wander. Especially as a German Shepherd, they're always curious, and sometimes they can get themselves into trouble. And just for him to kind of wander around, yeah, it is good, but the thing is, at the same time, you're putting him at risk. I'm in Canada. I'm in BC. How to get in more nitric oxide? So nitric oxide, the only way you can get it is from certain foods. One of the best food out there would be arugula. Now, arugula does stimulate your eNOS, which is your endothelial nitric oxide. But the problem is with arugula, or even beetroots, you have to consume quite a bit. You have to consume 300 grams of beetroot, or you have to consume 250 grams of arugula. It's just the thing is, they do contain quite a bit of oxalates. So the oxalates sometimes will conflict and will cause more crystal buildup. You can definitely take soda every day, but your pancreas does actually release bicarbonate to actually increase the pH level in your intestine. Is there any way to get rid of anemia with kidneys? We're still kind of testing on that, because right now I do have 2 patients I'm working with in regards to their stage 3B kidney disease, and so far one of them, he's been using NMN with TMG, and we've got it down from stage 3B up to like stage 2. This is only within 3 months, so which is really, really good. So I'll have to actually look into that for you. I was told half a teaspoon of baking soda a day is good for the body. Yeah, it's not bad, but keep in mind your pancreas still makes it, the bicarbonate. So it's whether you have good pH in your intestine or not. Now, it is good to have good pH so you can actually absorb proper magnesium. But overall, it is good. It's not going to harm you or anything. If anything, it's going to give you a slight boost, especially if you mix it with, let's say, borax as well too. If you're looking to kind of help with joint or oxalates, anything like that would definitely assist. Are blood thinners hazardous to your system? They do cause kidney failures. A lot of the blood thinners, they do cause kidney failure, so it is better to actually go towards more of a natural, where you can get, there's cayenne, there's garlic, there's nerokinase, there's white willow bark, So a lot of these herbal or food intake or supplementation would be way safer than actually just doing, uh, let's say, for example, aspirin as a blood thinner. Is Celtic salt good to take in a few times a day to help with hydration? It's not bad. It's not bad, but you do need quite a bit because the amount of magnesium in it and certain trace minerals to actually hydrate your body is very low. Like you gotta take at least 1/4 teaspoon every single time to actually get proper benefit. That's why I kind of recommend some of the trace minerals, because you can put a couple of drops, and a couple of drops is equivalent to almost a 1 teaspoon of the Celtic sea salt, for example. It's not bad to kind of hydrate if that's all you have access to. You recommended berberine to me, changed my life. Dana, that's good to hear. I'm glad everything is working for you. Just don't forget to cycle it as well, because it does have some antibacterial effect if you take it for too long of a period. How do you boost nitrate without having the oxalates? So that's where the supplementation comes in, because one of the company I actually been using for the past 9 years goes by the name of Berkeley, and I do have it on my profile bio. So they do extract nitrate from beetroot properly at a 25% extraction, and of potassium nitrate, and therefore there'll be like zero oxalates. And the nice thing is about it, because it's actually extracted correctly, it does activate your nitric oxide for up to 5 hours. Well, sorry, five up to between 5 to 8 hours, give or take, without the cause of oxalates or anything. And it does actually boost up your enos, which is excellent, and it does actually play a role in your MT NOS, which is your mitochondrial nitric oxide. So keep in mind, they did win a Nobel Prize, 3 doctors, that in the presence of nitric oxide, a person should never have a heart attack or a stroke, because your arteries are vasodilated. So that's why it's very crucial, especially if you have like a dirty gene where your body is actually kind of have the issue with the chlorine, or possibly your body has issues with a specific gene that your lipids tend to oxidize. Hi Maurice, can you mix berberine and L-theanine? Yes, you could. Hey Marie, how are you? What are you digging, Duke? You guys see Duke behind me? Can you mix? Yeah, you can mix it. Duke, what are you doing? Good, thank you. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. So anybody who has anything that they're worried about in regards to their cardiovascular system, the first thing you need to do is go and start using nitric oxide, especially anything similar to the one I'm using that actually extend up to like 5 to 8 hours in your body. Not like your typical L-arginine, amino acid, or L-citrulline, because they tend to cause oxidative stress and they end up causing uncoupled nitric oxide. So you have to be careful. And if you do want to use them, it does get very expensive, because you'll have to use other flavonoids to prevent any oxidative stress or free radical. How old is Duke? Duke is 2 years old now. Yeah, he's been with me since he was 6 weeks old, and 24/7 hasn't left my sight. Even when I go to the store, he comes in with me. Unless it's a food place, he has to actually wait for me in the car. But usually every time I go in there, I probably do like a timer, no more than about 6 minutes in the vehicle with the air conditioner. I don't like to keep him there. But I want to try to kind of keep him here this year in the fenced area when I go fishing, because it would be nice. This way, catch some fish for him. Beetroot powder by Human N is good. The problem is with a lot of the beetroot powders, Johnny, if it does not say the extraction level, most of them are a rip-off and a waste of money. You know, sorry to say that, but it is. They actually have to state the extraction percentage. That's why Berkeley Life, the one I deal with, I have it on my website, they actually have their product patented. So it's all about proper extraction. So if it does not state 25% extraction, don't spend any penny on it. And if you're still curious, ask the company for certificate of analysis. So it should say the extraction, and I'm sure they're not going to be able to give you a 25% just because that level has been patented by Berkeley. Now, so keep in mind, check that out. So that's why a lot of people are going a different route, whether they're using sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, or other formula to still activate the nitrate. Hey brother, what's your website in case TikTok ever goes away? If you go to my picture profile and it takes you to my main page, it should actually have my website there. Just unfortunately it doesn't allow me to type it here. Faiza, thanks so much for the flowers. Let me see if I can type it in. I want to see. Let's see. Comment. Oh, maybe I could. So it's stan.store. I think that's my website. Maurice. I think that's the website. I don't know. You guys can confirm. I think that's the website. Because I do have it hosted with a company. Just I would like to open up a website and do the whole thing and try to look after it. So I just have it hosted through that company where they have everything on there. And I have all my ebooks on there, guys. So there is some free ebooks you can still download. I'm gonna probably launch another ebook soon, so you guys can download for free. Maurice, I went to visit my mom in Florida on FL, and my floaters did not bother me. Thank you. That's good to know. That's good that they're actually. Are they getting better, or how is it happening? I know it's been, I don't know how many weeks now since we talked. About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think. So I keep losing records just because since I've been here, everything has just been all over the place. I still haven't even set up my desk properly. I haven't even set up the lights properly yet because we're trying to finish everything step by step. And these damn mosquitoes are killing me. Can't believe it. Beautiful weather, and it's supposed to actually start to rain again tomorrow. You recommended, helped me so much. I bought the stuff. Perfect. I'm glad that it's working. Continue at it so we can get rid of the floaters, and it should be perfect. We got some little sun left. Where are you, bud? I'm in Canada and British Columbia. Rare advice is coconut oil. Is coconut oil bad? No, why would it be bad? Sam, why would it be bad? Why? Because it has saturated fats, because it raises your LDL? Is that what you're worried about? Cholesterol has nothing to do with atherosclerosis or anything like that. I'm in Vancouver. Oh, cheers. So we're probably very close. I'm probably about 10 hours away from Vancouver, I think, driving. I'll have to look into that for you, Trisha. Maybe send me a message. I can send you some direct information in regards to that. Duke, where's the ball? Oh, it's in the water. Go get it. I just got bit. More mosquitoes. I gotta go spray some more of that stuff. I bought this stuff for horses, for Duke actually, and it doesn't let me spray them, but I think it does have some essential oils, and actually it smells like citrus. It just dries up too quick. Let's go spray some more. What should I take into consideration if I'm on carnivore diet? I've been on carnivore diet for 10 years. It depends on your diet. It depends what you're not getting in your diet. Like, you mean as a supplement? One of the main thing is because on a carnivore diet, we tend to eat a lot of protein. And if you consume a lot of protein, you will deplete your magnesium level because it gets overused on high protein diet. So magnesium is essential, at least 1200 milligrams daily, but not all at once, because your body can only absorb 200 milligrams at a time. So you have to do like multiple doses. And it depends whether your body thrives really well on fat for fuel, or you do need some carbohydrates. It depends whether you're trying to actually put on muscle mass or not, so that varies per your diet. So there is some adjustments would be possible required. How different is selenium and berberine? Well, they're two different things. Berberine is going to be more for your insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance. Is going to help with some good polyphenols as well for flexibility of the arteries. Now, selenium on the other side hand is an antioxidant that actually does support proper function of anybody with underactive thyroid. What helps for blurred vision? Well, you got taurine and astaxanthin would be your best for the vision. Now, if you can't really get astaxanthin or you can't really handle it, because some people have a slight issue with it, you can use zeaxanthin instead of astaxanthin. But you have lutein and you have bilberry as well to work really good, which is not bad. But your blurred vision is not so much about consuming supplementation or vitamins or herbs and stuff. It's more about fixing the issue. Why is your vision being bothered? You know, sometimes it could be that you're spending way too much time on a television or using too many blue lights. You're getting probably eye strain. So there's a lot of things. Does coconut oil enhance it once it hits hot pan? No, it doesn't. It does have a very high temperature, burning temperature point compared to, let's say, avocado or olive oil or anything else. So coconut oil is good. You can definitely use it. I think you can hit as high as 450 or 500 degrees. So good smoking point. And you can also use animal fats. I use a lot of animal fats such as suet, or you can use clarified butter, which is ghee as well. They all have excellent high pressure, high smoking point. Same with coconut oil. And if you're worried about coconut oil, you shouldn't really worry because it will handle a pretty big, pretty hot pan. If you're going to use it in the oven, 500 degrees is plenty. And that is one of the safest compared to using any other oils. Like olive oil or avocado. I don't like avocado because most of it is bullshit. It's the oxidized oil on the bottle. Olive oil, you should never be using it for cooking. Should be just strictly used for dressing. And make sure you're buying your avocado, your olive oil locally. Don't just make sure it's not imported from overseas, because automatically it's going to be oxidized, at least 20% of it, because the polyunsaturated fats in it is unstable. But these would be like your best. So here we were looking at some strawberries. I was going to show you guys. We totally forgot. So we got lots. If I go outside here, there's lots. But here, let me show you guys. I'm just going to show you up here. So all these here, we got lots of them. All these strawberries we have. There's another one there. They're here. They're all over this field. So from here all the way down by my car, all the way down to the bottom, is packed with mini strawberries or bare strawberries. And they'll probably start to get like nice and red by second week, almost first or second week of June. But they're pretty small. They're only about this big. And the dandelions here, they're rich in color, like rich yellow color. Check it out. The dandelion, untouched, really nice. They taste really good. Send me some and they're ready, please. Oh, 100%. I wish I could. The moment you pick them off the ground, pretty much you have like a 15-minute window to actually consume them before they go bad. What causes numbness in my toes? What can I do? Sometimes the numbness in your toes is possible due to insulin resistant. Because insulin resistance causes nerve damage. And if you have that, then we need to fix your insulin resistance. Or you can actually take an acetylcysteine, acetyl L-carnitine. will actually fix it, but you need to take about 3,000 milligrams a day. What can help for migraines and headaches? Magnesium. Magnesium glycinate helps you relax. But the only reason you have headaches because you're not hydrating correctly. Once you start to hydrate correctly with some trace minerals and you add some magnesium or magnesium glycinate, or even you can get magnesium chloride and spray it on your neck, then the headache should actually disappear right away. Oh yeah, and we have some huckleberries, not huckleberries, these are Saskatoon berries. So you'll see these everywhere. We have them everywhere. They actually grow about 6 feet. And we have some in the bottom, they're already flowered up. And they taste really, really nice. If I actually pick them before the birds get some or the black bears get some, because they go after them like crazy. Having usually headaches and magnesium, rain because of the storm, and rain because of the storm, weather changes. The only reason if you're having headaches based on weather wise and stuff like that, that's usually sometimes temperature changes more than anything, or sometimes allergic. Just make sure you're not consuming anything that has citrus or citric acid within your diet. Let's go get a shovel because Duke pooped. I usually pick it up and throw it on the side so we don't step on it by mistake, so I can keep the area nice and clean. Duke, where's the shovel? Duke has his own shovel. One for me and one for him to pick up his poop. Oh man, I gotta do something about these mosquitoes. There's a shovel. Where is your shovel, Duke? Let's go get them. Hey, you're not pooping on your regular spot anymore. Why? Do you have kids? No, not here. I have one overseas. Long story. How's the neighbor? Oh, I haven't seen her actually, which is good. I have a vegan and a Karen all in one neighbor, guys. So, but yeah, I haven't seen her for a couple of days. I know she was making some noises yesterday because we were actually digging for almost 8 hours straight with the excavator. So I don't think she liked that, but I had to get it done, and today too. But yeah, if she can stay away from me, would be perfect. Maybe I'm talking about her right now and maybe she could be watching me. Never know, right? Duke, don't poop there anymore, buddy. Go to your destination. He knows there's a spot for him where he actually poops. I don't know why he pooped there today. He couldn't maybe make it. Now I have to take it all the way up to the top. Oh, I gotta jump I'm gonna go around. I can't jump this right now, holding a shovel. What can help for calcification in veins? You could never get calcification in veins. You mean calcifications in arteries? Is that what you mean? Veins don't accumulate calcifications. Arteries accumulate calcification due to the high intensity flow that goes through them. And they have to be nice and flexible, but they're not flexible because we lose magnesium like crazy. So calcification is a good thing because it's preventing any soft plaque from bursting. So the question is, can you get rid of it? You can stop the progression, yes. Possible you can get rid of it, but it's gonna take years because it took years to develop. Didn't just happen overnight. I had done a lot of videos in regards to that on YouTube. If you get a chance to go there and watch it, my whole channel on YouTube is designated in regards to arterial flexibility. And calcification. I have a blood clot from a surgery. I've had it for 7 months. start taking some nitric oxide so you can vasodilate the artery, and this way the blood clot can actually bypass. Now you can actually break down the blood clot sometimes using neurokinase or even vitamin K2. I did couple videos in regards to that, because there have been some scientific literatures and scientific references using high levels of neurokinase, high levels of vitamin K2, and it's shown some positive and reduction of the clots. So it would be a great idea to watch the video, because usually when I make the videos, I don't really waste time and sit there and just mumble and talk. I would actually just get to the point right away. That's why a lot of my videos are very, 5 minutes, maximum 6 minutes or so. Yeah, check it out. Do you drink? Do you think Drake should be banned? Some stuff I won't actually get into it or talk about it, guys. Give me a second here. I'll just go open the gate for Duke. He wants to go. Hopefully I don't drop the phone. Duke, make up your mind. What do you see there that you're anxious when I go outside? Can I still trace minerals if my RBC magnesium is all the way up to the top? Yeah, oh yeah, you should. You still have to maintain it. You still have to, even thought if you check your RBC magnesium, it has to be above 6 milligrams per deciliter. And if it is at 6 milligrams per deciliter, now you have to actually maintain it. So you definitely have to still take your trace minerals with magnesium. If you don't, you can actually get depleted again. And if you get depleted again, it's almost like back to square one. So no matter what, you still have to take your magnesium and your trace minerals all the time, even if you hit your levels. Damn mosquitoes. Seriously, I gotta figure something out. By the time I'm gonna grow these plants to actually get rid of mosquitoes, I'm gonna be already freaking bit like crazy. I gotta see if there's something I can order maybe from Amazon and it gets here fast. My ankles swell, don't know why. You're overstimulating your kidneys and you're not actually hydrating correctly. He's looking at something up there. And I don't have my bear spray or nothing. What the hell are you looking at, Duke? I have nothing with me right now. Plant mint or spearmint. I did plant spearmint already, but I have them all the way in the bottom. But I need something fast. Hey Maurice, I'm slipping and having a glass of organic red wine. Cheers to that. I hope it tastes good and I hope you're enjoying it. Coffee grounds burn in a jar. I did that, and I did put some olive oil, but it's a big area. Like if I'm gonna, I did have some by the wood stove. I don't know if you guys can see it all the way there, but I'm all the way up here, so I need something to actually stay with me the whole time. Somebody gotta invent like a small gadget or something you can put on your belt, and it just gives off some kind of a smell or something to get rid of these freaking mosquitoes. I saw somebody on TikTok. They actually had can't remember what the hell it's called. Dragonfly, a plastic dragonfly on their hat. Where are you? I'm in Canada. I'm in BC. Oh yeah, and there's here. Let me show you guys. There's even way more strawberries here. If you guys can see them, all these little white things, white flowers are all strawberries. Like the whole field. If you go all the way up to the Crown Land, is packed. Right, Duke? You can invent it. Yeah, I should. For all the outdoors enthusiasts. Duke, what'd you find? Keeps looking up. Yeah, I know he's probably sensing something, unless maybe Karen is watching me. Oh, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of strawberries, a lot of wild strawberries. I'll probably pick so much of them. Usually I'll get every year at least 2 or 3 cups, because usually when they're out, the deers will come out like 3 o'clock in the morning and they'll actually graze on all of them. And that's why I put onions between the strawberries I'm growing, so this way if they do come to my little greenhouse, they hate onions. Don't buy supermarket strawberries. There is a reason why ergonomists avoid them. Oh, I'm not buying any from them. I never buy anything from, I haven't bought fruits or anything for the past 9 years from stores, to be honest with you. The only thing that I sometimes buy is frozen blueberries. Everything else, I tend to kind of grow it. And if I can't grow it, then I won't touch it. My dog Riley figured out are field mice. In the back, she's gone. They're probably gonna be hunting the mice like crazy. Berries boost nitric oxide, right? Yes, they do. Due to the polyphenols in berries, especially in the blueberries, and you get the most in huckleberries. Huckleberries are technically like a wild berry almost. I don't know if some people can actually capable of growing it, but yes. Hey Maurice, nice to see you back live. Hey Jimmy, how are you? Yeah, a little bit late. We've been really busy doing a lot of digging. As you can see, all the trench there. We're getting there. So finally we got some power as of today, full power. So I don't have to keep charging the battery. Now I can maybe turn around and sell the battery because I don't think I'm gonna ever use it again. Yeah, she's hunting. Strawberries are part of the dirty dozen. They are the big thing. It's a major thing with strawberries. Would never buy any from stores unless you can actually pick it yourself and eat it. Don't even bother buying any from stores, guys. Even frozen, don't buy that stuff. Yeah, Jimmy, it's been tough. We did roughly about 540 in feet of it's a long trench. And we covered most of it. There's roughly about 50 feet left or so, 40, 50 feet left. What are your thoughts on pure pomegranate juice for your arteries? High in sugar, very high in sugar. Now, what actually benefits what's the benefits you get from pomegranate is the polyphenols called ellagic acid. Make sure you buy like 95%. That's pure polyphenol for your arteries. That's why people drink a lot of pomegranate. But the problem is when you drink pomegranate juice or you eat it, you get a very small amount of ellagic acid. If you can actually get it in powder form or order it from a specific company, then you will definitely benefit. I take about 2,000 milligrams of ellagic acid of 90%. So that's what possibly would be recommended. Once I'm done with the testing, then I can tell you how good it works, because technically it's supposed to actually reduce your ApoB, your apolipoprotein B, the one that actually causes atherosclerosis. Better eat blueberries. Blueberries are good. Blueberries are good, organic. Make sure they are wild more than being organic. That would be the best thing. And if you can't, maybe grow your own. Seriously. You're cool. Good luck with the mosquitoes. See you. I'm trying to stay alive with no mosquitoes here. It's been tough. I'll figure something out here. We have to. Duke, what's going on? Let's go. Let's go inside. What about beetroot juice? The problem is with beetroot juice, you have to consume 300 grams in total to get it. But the problem is, keep in mind, a lot of the stuff is high in sugars and high in fructose. So it kind of conflicts with the uptake of the nitric oxide. And what happens is, even if you buy beetroot powder, it's not going to work unless you get 25% extracted. But the problem is with beetroots as well, too, if you're actually doing it yourself or eating beets, if you are sensitive to oxalates, now it defeats the full purpose, because now you're getting oxalate crystals build up. So all that stuff, you have to kind of know exactly what you get in, but without kind of, you get nitric oxide release, but now you're getting oxalates. So it kind of defeats the purpose, and they fight for the uptake or the fructose. So that's why sometimes when it comes down to stuff like that, sometimes it makes more sense to go with a supplement, because some companies, some clean companies, not all companies, they will actually, even though it's an expensive product, there is a reason why it's expensive, because they've done all the processing for you correctly. And especially when you ask for certificate of analysis and it shows everything correct as they state, then you're getting your hands on some good stuff. I did a video a while ago, eating 300 grams of beets daily compared to taking the supplement. It would actually cost you in the upper $70 a month. And you still have to kind of put up with the oxalates. Or you can take the supplements where they're charging, I think, about $50, and you'll actually get way better results and much longer. Nothing wrong with the fresh carrot juice, but still, what are you getting from the carrot juice? You're losing the fiber, you're getting just the liquid and the sugar, and you're getting a little bit of beta carotene, and beta carotene has to be converted into retinol, into proper vitamin A. So it's really good. Well, it's good if you eat the carrot, because now you get the fibers to actually give you some resistant starches, but that's about it. Can you recommend a good vitamin company in the USA? Yeah, oh yeah. For nitric oxide, there's only one company, and the company only exists in the USA, and they actually have patent worldwide on the product. If you go to my picture profile, under supplements, under my picture profile, there's a website. Once you go on a website, go to the supplements and gears, and I have the company there listed. It goes by the name of Berkeley, and they own the patent on the product. I did a lot of years at fresh carrot juice. Fresh carrot juice is okay. Hey Jade, do blueberries give enough nitric oxide, and do they contain oxalates? Very small oxalate, which is not bad, but they don't contain a whole lot of nitric oxide. Very small of a fraction. Very small of a fraction compared to, let's say, arugula or potassium nitrate and other products. What is the best L-theanine? If you go to my website, you can see the one I use. I buy it from iHerb. See, you're in BC, get some D3. Hello, Maurice. Hey, Prince, how are you? I'm trying to get some D3, but we're gonna have rain for the next couple days, and there goes another chemtrail. This is a fourth one today. Like these guys, they keep flying back and forth, making a freaking squares in the sky. I consume a half a lemon a day, worked great for my kidneys. Yeah, it's a citrus that actually breaks any oxalates, breaks any kidney stones or any type of formation, which is good to have. Duke, you're drinking some water. Let me put you some more. You're out. Gotta put Duke some water. Hey. Don't destroy the box. Leave the box alone. Leave it alone. Leave it. Leave it. Duke? No, you already ripped one yesterday. Maurice, are you Christian? I am, yes. Hey, Duke, come with me. Come and get some water, please. You're full of mud from the pond. Give me a second, guys. Gotta put some water for Mr. Duke. I gave him one box yesterday and he destroyed it. He made a mess. Are the green juices alright for people who have CKD? They're not gonna really benefit you much. They're not gonna really benefit your kidney disease or anything like that. That's what you're aiming for. They're okay to have. They're just gonna pull most of the toxins away from your system. But are they gonna really benefit your kidneys? It's no proven fact that they will. Especially if you have a kidney disease. The only thing that can actually help a kidney disease right now that I know of is nicotinamide mononucleotide. And the only reason I say that, because one of my patients, I put them on for as a test, because there's technically the scientific references that they've been tested on mice, and it shows that actually reverse CKD, and his has gone up from stage 3B to stage 2, so which is really good. I always get cold sores. How to prevent it? Use hydrogen peroxide. That's the only way you can get rid of it. It's mostly coming from your gut more than anything, but the only way you can get rid of it fast, because I end up getting one when I got here, like side, because everything was a little bit off, and you touch so many things and stuff. But yeah, you can get rid of cold sores with hydrogen peroxide very fast. But make sure don't overuse it, because it will actually deplete your nitric oxide. Hopefully Duke does not dig under that trench, goes out. I have a piece of plywood blocking it with some rocks. From which part of Lebanon are you? Beirut. Duke, come back here. I want to go get some water. Come here. Oh. Should we go start the wood stove outside? Maybe we can get rid of all the all the freaking mosquitoes. Let's go try. Let's go try to light it up. Hey there, good evening. Hey, how are you? Nice home, thank you. Trying, let's get in there. Let's see if we can light up the wood stove. It's supposed to be May long weekend this week. I think maybe we'll have some after the rain, hopefully. We can have some nice weather. I gotta fix my kayak too, because my kayak got crushed from the snow. I'm gonna try to fix it and maybe we can go kayak fishing. Maybe. And I'll keep Duke here by himself. Did you cook the yak tongue yet? No, I haven't, because the weather hasn't been good. So maybe when the guys are done tomorrow with the electrical stuff, maybe tomorrow or the day after, we can cook it on the wood stove. I gotta get a couple pieces of wood nice and dry because the rain is killing my wood, because I don't have anything covered yet. And we can cook it. I'm gonna see if I can get the wood stove started. I know some of the stuff here is a little bit wet. Let's see. Should run some wires for cameras. I install Firebird camera. I will get some cameras going and everything, since now I got power. You can see the trench behind me. We've kind of been digging from the tiny house all the way down to the bottom. We did about 540 feet with the excavator, so we're gonna be covering it. Probably half it got covered today, the other half tomorrow, and should be good. Now I'll have full power. Oh, you like the scene behind me? Easier when house is open. Oh, 100%. What about this mountain? You like that view better? There's my little view. What's the best supplement for your liver? Alpha lipoic acid and glutathione. Oh, wait till it actually gets at night dark and everything. It looks beautiful. But I have to get some lights outside. Like I got some solar lights I'm gonna actually put out. Then it'll be nice to actually sit and watch it, especially when the sun goes down. I'll make an appointment with you. Sounds good. Looking forward to talking to you. Hopefully you guys can see the view. Let's straighten up the camera a bit. I'm trying to light up the little wood stove outside here. Maybe we'll get some fire. I'll put some beans, some coffee beans. Maybe we can get rid of some of the flies around here. Duke, I need some napkins, bud. I'm having a hard time getting this going. Everything is wet still. Not fully dry. Where's your neighbors? I don't know. She's probably... I haven't seen Karen or the vegan at all today. I know she's probably been watching me from far. Unless she's watching me on TikTok now and listening to me. I hope I don't see her anymore. Ectopic ruined my breathing patterns and migraines. What are you taking for that? Like you can get it fixed with magnesium, vitamin B1 as benfotiamine. You can take your taurine. All that stuff should work. Is Karen not nice? Let's just say she's a Karen and a vegan. And you know, it's funny. I get along good with a lot of vegans, but she's something else. Sasquatch country. So I don't know what to do with Karen. I'll just stay away from her as much as possible. We'll stay away from her as much as possible, and that would be good. And if I still see her while I'm actually sitting here, I'm gonna put like a 10-foot fence. Duke, who's there? Go bark at him. Good boy. He listens really well now. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, 100%. I do have to ignore her. Maybe ask her on a date. No thanks, I'll pass. I think she's in like in her 70s. I'll pass on that. Okay, I'm having a hard time lighting this up. I think the wood is like wet. Duke, who's there? Bork. Invite her for dinner. You know, to be honest with you, when I came last year, because I've only met her for the first week, she was like a different person. I was super nice to her. I invited her over for coffee and all that stuff, and she was really nice. But she never came for coffee. 3 days after she took possession, it's like a new person that you don't even recognize it anymore. Like she has like different mentalities she goes through. She probably votes for Trudeau too. Oh yeah, she's probably like a Trudeau lover. Her and Trudeau should be out of here. Duke, I'm having a hard time getting this going. I guess everybody needs yeah, I guess everybody needs love somehow, right? But not on my time. Not on my time. She can have her own love. Some people are, no matter where, anywhere you go worldwide, there's always that one asshole. Let's just put it that way. No matter what, anywhere you go, it's unfortunate it's that way. That there's one person that tend to kind of ruin things. Do you have a Starlink there? No, just I got lucky because I applied for Starlink. It didn't get approved. When they got it approved finally for this area, I had to leave back to the city. But one of the local companies here, they actually put a tower right on that mountain, right up here. They put a tower right there on that mountain, and so I get direct sight to it. They only put it there because there's like a camping ground about 5 kilometers away from here, and people actually stay there and they end up using the internet quite a bit. So that's how he benefits the whole summer. And when I'm here now all year long, I get full signal, and two of my neighbors, they're actually connected with them. It's the same price as the Starlink. I know we don't get, the same type of data being unlimited, but I might maybe have to switch to Starlink if their jitter for the voice quality is good. I heard it's not good yet. Tell her what you're building, a sauna. Yeah, she probably wants to come and join. Everywhere you go, there's one. That's true, though. It is. You can, but you know what? Neighbors are very, very important, right? If you don't have good neighbors, then there's always going to be issues, no matter what, right? Like I have another neighbor that I met. He lives about 20 kilometers from here, and his dog jumps the fence and he goes over to the neighbor, and they actually gave him a warning. They said, if your dog jumps the fence and comes to our yard one more time, we're gonna shoot them. So that's not like really nice, right? So there's always people like that. Oh, I make peace with everybody. You guys know how good I am and how patient I am and everything. I never really conflict with anybody, and I'm always super nice. But there's certain individuals, no matter how nice you are, there's always something off with them, and that's what kind of makes me a little bit worried, because in a way, when that person changes so rapidly from one personality to another, you always have to kind of watch your back. You never know, right? Sometimes some people are a bit crazy. I'm not saying everyone, but there is some people that are a bit crazy. Right, Duke? But Duke will protect me. Are you talking about Karen? Everybody knows Karen. I'm gonna get a piece of cardboard. Let's see if we can get that wood stove started up, because it's not working. And usually I leave some cardboards on the sides so we can light them up. Sometimes what works the best is like egg curtains. So let's see, I have one. Oh, I got two. And they're not wet, so maybe we can try that. Never fear, brother. There's a lot of people out there with mental illness. They're not dangerous. Oh, I know. I know they're not dangerous, but sometimes you always wonder. So, let's go try the... Leave it alone, Duke. That's not for you. Duke, go get some wood so we can start a little fire and relax. Did you have your... Oh, yeah, I had my espresso. It's funny, I do like 2 espresso shots and my battery dies, so I have to actually plug it in again on the generator to get it going. But for the past 2 hours today, we end up getting full power. So I'm gonna enjoy my my espresso tomorrow for sure. Bottom line, keep your dog under control at all times, my friend. Oh, 100%, 100%, you have to. What's for dinner tonight? I already ate. I ate early today because I've been up since 4 o'clock. Kind of got hungry. I ate like almost an hour ago. We had 1 pound of yak meat. Was rare. Was grounded actually, and I had 4 eggs with it. That's all I had actually. I have to go get some more food. I don't know what to get, so I'll have to go to the store probably tomorrow. I'd like to get some cheese, some blue cheese and stuff, because I ordered some, and I ordered some turkey necks for Duke, because that's the only thing I can get him here. I need some wood, Duke. So yeah, it was not bad. The food was good. We'll probably have steak and eggs again tomorrow. Steak and eggs at night. That's like my main meal. But I'd like to get some blue cheese. The blue cheese would be actually good to have. Damn, we're getting a lot of mosquitoes now. Okay, let's go get a couple pieces of logs so we can light them up. Look, I need some wood. Stop chewing on them. I think I don't have anything. I need cut, and I don't know where my axe is either. I heard a child in the background. Yeah, that's my neighbor. On the other side, he has 2 kids, actually. So it's nice. They actually come out around this time after dinner. They play for a bit, especially when it's a May long weekend, which is nice to hear. There's people around you. I know them really well. Nice kids. Can you plant potatoes for poutine? I do plant sweet potatoes for my carb load, but I don't know if they're gonna come out or not. They're really sprouting or nothing. Something is off with these potatoes. I like the Japanese sweet potatoes. I use them as a carb load with sometimes white rice, but they're not actually sprouting. It's unusual. Usually I put them in within the first 24 hours, they start to sprout. I just turned it on. Is nitric oxide good for everyone? I was just telling my brother to take it. Yes, it is. Everybody should actually take it. It's never gonna harm you. It's one of the best molecule, one of the best gaseous molecule that actually keeps your arteries vasodilated and prevents, strokes, heart attacks. It's actually good for your immune system. Now they're doing testing for COVID. Well, actually, whoever had the vaccination, all that stuff. So it's actually one of the best things you can actually get. Yeah, it is on my page. Moshan, you can actually get it there as well. Come on. Now the lighter doesn't want to work as well. I started carnivore diet today to decrease inflammation and heal my joints. Any tips? When it comes down to joints, it will take about 3 years to get rid of oxalates. Oxalate dumping is called. So once you start doing the carnivorous diet, it will take that long to actually heal some of the joint issue, especially if they're packed with a lot of oxalates crystals. Be patient, and when that happens, you're gonna start to wake up one day during the night, in the morning, and you're gonna notice that there's like white powder all over your body. That's how the oxalates decreases in the body. So, but there is a process, there is a long process. If it took many years to get there, it's gonna take a few years to actually heal that way. But it's pretty awesome. Once you heal it, you're gonna start to feel like really, really good. So I'm using the cardboard of a egg carton to actually get this fire going. I don't have any of the logs cut yet. I haven't cut any. I should, because I saved some from last year. You guys want to see how much I cut last year? And I had to leave them for the winter, which is I couldn't cover all of them. Check it out. I have probably like, I have a lot of wood, as you can see. A lot. I just have to stack them, and you can see the sign from Karen, no trespassing. Crazy. My buddy got 16 cartons of eggs that shoppers was throwing them out. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. It's beautiful there. Where are you at? I'm in BC, British Columbia. Let me show you. There's my little beautiful view. There's my little fire. It's starting to go. Nice. I got some eggshells in there too. All that stuff is gonna be like good vitamin for the plants after. But I have to get a piece of log and put it, or else it's gonna go out soon. So imagine I come out from my house, from my little tiny house, so I can go outside, get some nice fresh air, beautiful mountain. I look on the right side and there's the big sign, no trespassing. To encourage more viewers to share. Guys, how about let's tap the screen, get more viewers, more people, and this way we can get more, we can talk a little bit more about all this stuff. I lived in Calgary for 2 years. My ex played for the CFL Stampeders, got really close with Nick. Oh wow, that's awesome. Calgary is a nice city. I lived there for 20 some years. Now it's time to actually move to BC, probably for good here. But I'll be going back and forth because we have lots of lot of family there. Duke, I need a little log. Get me a little log, bud, so we can keep the fire going. We can put some dried coffee. Pedro's Steakhouse family is such a good place. Oh, it is. It's a really good place. There's my little view. Okay, oh, there's a piece. Let's try to put this thing in here. Oh man, it's not high now. What time is it? It's right now, it's 6:34 p.m. Let's see. See, it's very easy to light it up when you have the right material, and it's nice. I guess like really hot. And I actually have a water tank on the side here. I gotta make sure it is filled up, and you can get some nice water for your tea. But check out this. See how the sun kind of shoots on the mountain? It's actually very beautiful. I'm in BC, guys. It's 6:35 p.m. right now, so it's very cloudy actually, and it'll get dark probably around 9 p.m. or so in the summertime. Probably about 9, but I can't stay here till 9 because this guy falls asleep by 7:30, 7:15, like within the next 45 minutes. But once he hears these kids, he actually loves to play with them, because they came over the other day and they played with him. There's 3 of them, and he played with them for like a good hour. 8:30 your turn. You should add BC beside your name, lol. I should, eh? But yeah, that's my little view. There's my little view behind me. Let's switch the camera. I'm gonna set the phone down here so I can get that fire going so it doesn't turn off. I'm just gonna grab, yeah, all the pieces of wood and everything that I actually find, I actually put them in to kind of get this going. It's nice. My brother wants to know niacin will help him. Yeah, it depends for what you want to use it for. Niacin is going to help quite a bit, especially to actually anything to do with lipids, anything to do with capillaries, anything to do in actually activating ionos, which is inducible nitric oxide. All that stuff that works for you. So niacin could be anywhere from 500 milligrams to 1500 milligrams. It depends how much you want to utilize. Okay, all that stuff is gonna work. Keep in mind, there's about four types of nitric oxide you can actually activate, and niacin activates one of them. If you watch the YouTube video I did this morning, I actually spoke very highly about the four different categories of nitric oxide. So would be a great idea to actually watch it, because it would actually give you all that information. Sustained release or immediate. So you can get sustained if you want, but I like the immediate release because it is a water soluble and it is good to actually activate it instantly. Half-life in the body is roughly about 4 hours. And if you need another shot, you can do another shot in about 4 hours. The only reason you would use the slow release, only if you have like a, what do you call it? A lipoprotein small a mutation. And then you would need the slow release so you can actually control that if you don't want to keep taking it every couple hours. How can you eat sweet potatoes if they're high in oxalates? Now keep in mind, when I eat sweet potatoes, if I eat sweet potatoes, sometimes I don't, or let's say with white rice, for example. The only reason I do that for the carb load. Now in regards to the oxalates, if you actually eat a piece of cheese with it, like imported real cheese, the calcium in the cheese will actually bind to the oxalates. Hi Maurice, what do you think about chlorophyll drops? Chlorophyll drops are good if you're looking to detoxify your body, especially if you're trying to detoxify your body from any heavy metals. It's really good to have. Chlorophyll works really good. Or another option you can do is an amino acid called taurine. That's why I highly speak about taurine. Taurine is a perfect amino acid to detoxify your body, and it's heavily used by the body. It's heavily found in your eyes, in your brain, and in your chest. And the same thing, it does detoxify heavy metals, inorganic and non-organic, inorganic and organic materials. And it does actually support your cardiovascular health, which is it does act as an antiplatelet as well for your system. So it does have quite a bit of benefit for the system, so it would be great to actually utilize. But you gotta take about 3,000 milligrams at least 3 times a day, and you have to do it on an empty stomach, because if you do it with food, the other amino acid will conflict with the taurine. So they're both good, taurine and the chlorophyll. Some people can't really handle the chlorophyll for digestion purposes. It's very hard on the system. So you can use taurine instead. It's a normal amino acid, and it's much more bioavailable just because it does fall into the amino acid profile. But you can decide on that and kind of see what works best for you. Most of the mosquitoes are almost gone, which is nice. There's just a few. I just need to get some coffee beans. Does MTC oil cause stomach ache? It's very hard on the system if you take like a tablespoon like instantly. You have to work your way up. So you can start with 1/4 teaspoon for the first week. Then after the first week, you can go down to like a 1/2 teaspoon for another 4 or 5 days. And after that, you can increase to another teaspoon. It's gonna take you at least probably about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you reach to a tablespoon. Because if you take a tablespoon right away, you're just gonna run to the bathroom and you're gonna be there for the next half hour having like a soft stool effect. Let's just put it that way. So you have to start very slow because that is antibacterial. It's gonna flush everything from your system. What brand of coffee you use? I'm using a local one here that is actually roasted in New Nelson. Nelson. It's roughly about an hour and a half away from me. That's where it's actually being roasted. That's where I get it. I was using the bulletproof coffee before from the US, but since our import fees went up because, here in Canada, we're so freaking, they're money hungry, all the governments, so they rip us off. So I cannot get it from the US anymore, so I had to look for a local place. Now, in the process, while I was looking for a local coffee that is organic and is good, I went through almost like 14 different companies. Finally, I was able to find a good one that actually has a nice flavor. It does not oxidize fast. Uh, it's very creamy. It is Arabica 100%. And I've been using it probably for the past year now. So it's not bad overall. I'm gonna switch the camera for you guys so you guys can get a nice view while I'm trying to, I don't know how to do this. How come it's not giving me the option anymore? Okay, there we go. There we go. You guys can have a look at Duke. Let's move the camera a bit so you guys can see the mountain without dropping the phone. There we go. But yeah, it is good. Come to Texas, brother. We still have some freedom here. I know. I need. If things are gonna continue and going that way with Canada, I think I might have to eventually pick myself up and move somewhere else. But to be honest with you, I hate starting from scratch again. That's the problem, especially when we've had this land for a while, and I love using it. What mountain is that? I am in British Columbia in BC. This mountain there, if you guys can get a good look at it, that's my morning view. If I can have that morning view every day, I would never go anywhere. But the problem is they're making it tough and tougher with the taxes, with the food, everything. Like even for Duke right now, I used to get him turkey necks. Last year was $35 for 10 kilograms. This year I called the company again to order some more. They want to charge $50 for 10 kilograms. So it went up like $15 from last year to this year. Everything is just ridiculous. Can you buy a house in Italy for $1 and you have to bring the house up to date? That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, you can buy a house for $1, but you have to actually do like the full. They give you, I think, like 2 years to do like full renovation. I would do it if they actually gonna give you, if they are willing to give you, what do you call it, your citizenship as well. Because if they don't give you the citizenship, after you finish the house, they have the right, they can kick you out. So I wouldn't mind going there. I've been to Italy before. I've been to Rome back in 2010. Through for 13,000 and not renovation. 13. If they give you citizenship, then I'd move there in a heartbeat right now. That's what we need to know. If they can give you the citizenship, then you can go buy a house. Let's say you bought a house for $1 and it's gonna cost you, let's say, you take a loan for like 40,000, 50,000 to do renovation, basic renovation, bring it up to date, and you stay at that house. As long as your bills and everything is very affordable, and you have some nice piece of land beside, with you, with the house, I think that'd be incredible. Especially if your work is remote like mine, that will allow me to actually do that trip. And I'll have to take Duke with me the whole time, right, Duke? Duke wants to come too. We have to allow dogs in the plane. And I know certain airports, when you go with a pet, they actually have to quarantine your dog for at least like 60 days before they release them. And if it doesn't get approved, they won't actually allow you to have the dog back again. So something I'll have to look into. But yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I've been to Italy, I've been to Spain back in 2010. Most beautiful places, especially if you love Europe. I love Europe, and the weather is always nice. Not like here, freezing cold. We're on the month of May, and I have to actually wear a jacket and a toque every single morning. I don't mind the cold, but you know, after you've been doing it for so many years, it gets you. Is that your FJ? Yes, it's my FJ Cruiser. I've had it since 2008. This is 2008 vehicle. They're discontinued right now. I think they probably, usually they go off the market for about 20, 30 years and they bring them back again. I was trying to actually put a black cover on it on the side and on the front, and the company did half the work and they stopped. Oh, where's Duke? Can you guys see him? He's right on the bottom there. He's relaxing. He won't be playing much anymore around this time. He just kind of sits and relaxes before he goes to sleep, because he's up at 4 o'clock every morning. I wake him up at 4. I have to, because I have to log in to work, and then he wakes up. We have my coffee. He sometimes will kind of, you know, have some water and stuff. Then he goes back to sleep for about like 2 hours again. He needs a brother. He needs a girlfriend. That's what he needs. He needs. If my work goes good by next year, I'll probably get a what do you call it? A Malinois. What do you do for work? Well, I was doing IT for the past 4 years as well in the morning, and the company laid off 400 people, and so my hours got cut down quite a bit. But I've always been doing clinical nutritionist, but right now I'm just strictly doing just a clinical nutritionist every day for the past 10 years. But right now I kind of engage myself a lot more into it, and the IT is almost like a part-time till I have kind of myself set up correctly, because I was doing it in Calgary locally, but the problem is you know, since COVID and everything wasn't doing so good, so decided to kind of start doing it online instead. And I think doing it online would be better, because a lot of my consultations are all done remotely either way. So there's no point of actually being at a place or drive to the place and sit there for 8 hours and stuff. So everything is done remotely. And you know, half of the people right now that are actually watching this video, I've done consultations with them over the past few weeks, and I'll continue doing that, and I'll continue doing the live, and I'll continue to actually hopefully monetize maybe YouTube in time. I know YouTube does not like me talking about certain things, so we're trying to kind of get it monetized as well too. So if that works out, then it'd be easy for me to leave the IT position, because imagine making $20 a month from working IT. You know, used to make that, you know, every hour. Now you barely make that once a month, just because they lost so many companies and they laid off so many people. So I'm only on call, so it's not really ideal anymore. Or X. Yes, I'll highly thank you, Marie. So yeah, it's been okay. To me, it's not all about, to be honest with you guys, it's not all about the money. It's about me breaking even. If I can actually break even and stay living here and you know, take care of Duke and stuff, that's all I care for. I don't want to make extra money and kind of have the headaches and everything. So I kind of keep it as simple as possible, where you know, you can buy your food, pay your bills, and you're satisfied. But the way things are going, sometimes it makes it tough. You know, since everything kind of gets very, very expensive. So it's unfortunate the way things are kind of heading that way. So we can only do so much. And I do get a lot of good feedback and a lot of good comments from YouTube. Thank you, Marie. Thanks so much for the comment. And I get a lot of good comments as well too from YouTube, just because I get to the point right away. I'm not, gonna sit there and waste anybody's time talking for 20 or 30 minutes about things that it doesn't really is related. So I try to kind of get to the point right away, so it makes sense and people get the idea when they're watching. They know exactly what the answer is and they can apply it. And I will only talk about certain things that I've tested on myself, I've tested with my patients, and we've seen good results from blood work. So it's not like we just take things and we guess. So I will not really talk about certain things just because I've read it in a scientific literature or references. Anybody can grab that and make a video on it. It's whether it does work or not. So I do all the testing and all the blood work behind it just to make sure, yes, it does work 110%. Yes, it does that. And that's why everybody I talk to, I guarantee certain things just because I've done it and I've been there. And that's the only reason I talk about it. And I get a lot of requests every day to do certain videos on certain supplements. I'm like, but I can't really just grab a supplement and just talk about it without me testing it to tell you whether it works or not, because there's a lot of influencers out there. They're just out there to make a quick dollar. They just want to sell you whatever and they make it sound good and everything like that. You buy it, but it does not work. Do they actually ever try it themselves? Do you ever wonder that? I wonder. And most of them, they never really tried it. For example, I got a new product right now that I've been approached by. And the problem is with that product, like I'm getting a sample so I can test it out and do blood tests on it. It's just there's few things that I don't like in it. One, it says natural flavor. So automatically that kind of gives like a red light alert. The second thing, it does use maltodextrin, dextrose, other chemicals that the body cannot really recognize, and these chemicals can actually spike your insulin. So do you use it and do you sell it just because you're making high percentage, or do you tell the company, to screw off because your product is not the best? Go ahead and change the label or change the product and actually, increase the price by a few dollars, but don't have any cheap material in there. Yes, guys, let's tap the screen. Really help get the word out there and actually get more people to actually join would be great. What do you think about NAC? I use NAC actually, but there's a specific way of using NAC, and NAC has to be used at a very high dose for it to work. So if you're trying to get rid of, let's say, mucus in the lungs, you gotta take 1200 milligrams every 3 hours, empty stomach. If you're using it to actually issue with your liver, then you gotta use 1200 milligrams up to 2400 milligrams instead. And you don't do it every day. You only do it for a cycle of like 5 days on, 1 week off, see how you feel, then you can actually throw it back into the cycle again. But it does work really good. I have a bottle myself. I use it only for emergency purposes. If I notice that I'm actually getting a flu or getting sick or anything, automatically I start taking 1200 milligrams every 3 hours. And that's how you can actually allow the NAC to convert to glutathione in your liver. So therefore you can actually fire off any inflammation or any issues that is going to actually accumulate in your body, any toxins. So it's really, really good to actually have as a backup and as emergency. Another great emergency supplement you can have would be vitamin E tocotrienols and vitamin C. So anytime you're consuming, fats and sugars, or going out for a holiday with somebody and you're just mixing fat, sugars, and carbs, you can take it to prevent coagulation. When you prevent coagulation, you prevent a heart attack, you prevent a stroke. That's why the percentage of heart attacks and strokes is very high around the season, around the Christmas seasons and others, because we actually mix everything together and we cause a glycation effect where the protein binds, and it causes aging a lot faster. Right after I eat, I get this tiny needle-like poke in my left right side. That's your pancreas. That's your pancreas is actually giving you that sign. So either you're consuming too much fiber, you're consuming too much fats, that your pancreas is not capable of actually releasing certain enzymes to break it down. It stops after parasitic cleanse, could be that, I don't know. It's mostly, it is your pancreas, but what you can do is, a cleanse would help quite a bit because sometimes things get stuck in the duct, and sometimes, you know, fasting works, or taking digestive enzymes as well works really good. So a lot of that stuff just depends how you feel, what's going on. That's why it is good to actually be tuned in with your body and do some adjustments as you go. Would be great. Yeah, ordered your recommendation for the adjustment. Yeah, perfect. And make sure you're taking them, you know, in a good amount. Like, and a good amount would be taken anywhere between 2 to 3 capsules per meal. Depends on the size of the meal. Whether the whole idea is not to leave any leftover food in your gut, because if there's any leftover food in your gut, it's just gonna cause fermentation. And once that fermentation occurs, that's where you end up having, like, say, gases. That's why when you end up having some inflammation, and you end up having some intestinal issues. So digestive enzymes are gonna help. And what happens is, once the food moves to your small intestine, your pancreas will release bicarbonate, which increases your pH level. And once it increases your pH level, so this way you can actually squeeze all the nutrients out of the food. And that's like, usually that's how the process works. Hey, Sahar. Trying to find some more wood. We got one piece of wood burning good, which is good. It's almost out, actually. You can actually feel the heat. It's nice. We got rid of most of the mosquitoes. I just need to put some coffee beans in there. I just don't have any right now because I usually been throwing mine. Where are you? Still day? Where are you? Still day? Oh, it's night here. It's almost gonna be 7 there. Can you see where I'm at? I'm in the mountains, camping away in my little dreamland. The sky is beautiful. You can see the freaking modification weather chemtrails. I have a question. I saw this beetroot powder. Would it help with high blood pressure? No, it won't. The problem with beetroots, if it doesn't say the extraction, it's a waste of money. So it's not gonna work for you. It has to say the extraction, 25% or higher. If it doesn't, then it's not gonna do anything for your blood pressure, and it's not gonna fix the issue. The beetroot that I actually use, I have it within my profile bio. It does have 25%, but as well as mixed with potassium nitrate, so therefore it activates up to 8 hours. Cholesterol 219, 3.7, LDL, HDL 5.3, cholesterol was put on cholesterol pill. Why do you want cholesterol pills? Your cholesterol numbers are irrelevant. It doesn't show me any inflammation, first of all. So just looking at your cholesterol numbers means nothing. So I need to see a little bit more history. You're such an amazing human on so many levels. Thank you for all what you do. Thanks so much for the comment. I really appreciate that. What protein powder do you recommend? I have IBS. I recommend none. The only protein powder, if you ever want to take, would be collagen type 1 and type 3. You eat enough protein in your diet. Why should you add processed protein to your system? You don't need it. If anything, you want to add some collagen type 1 and type 3. That's it. Excessive feet sweating. How's your kidneys and liver going? So it's all related to your kidneys and liver. They're actually going into a detoxification phase, possibly. We need to know a little bit more information. You guys, and who the person that threw their cholesterol on me, maybe send me a direct message or book a time, because you're just giving me all these numbers, and the doctor is putting you on medication, and he shouldn't really put you on medication without kind of doing like further testing. Like further testing would be get a CT calcium score, get a soft plaque score, get flexibility of your arteries, check your glycocalyx levels in the arteries, make sure everything's working before they put you on any type of medication. What to do for swollen prostate, kidney, liver, normal. What is your kidney levels at? Kiki, what do you do for swollen prostate? Swollen prostate is usually something to do with your diet, but you can take certain herbs to reduce it. But before you reduce it, is you still have to go after the root cause. The root cause is starting with your diet and starting with your kidneys most of the time. But there is some vitamins out there you can actually take and peptides to actually reduce the swollen up prostate. Just trying to think of top of my head some of the names. I'll send them to you by DM, maybe send me a message or send me an email. I can see if I have them written down, I can send them to you. But it's not about just going after the swelled up prostate. It's pretty much fixing your diet first before you want to go after that. And the diet could be, that you're consuming too much resistant starches or too much sugars and other things. So all that stuff has to be fixed first. I hardly sweat on body, only feet. What a wonderful view, my friend. Cheers. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing good. Yes, it's all about the diet. Your diet plays a huge role, and sometimes if it's not the diet, sometimes it's the medication a person is taking. That the medication, certain medications can actually conflict and cause other issues in the body. Does minoxidil applied on skin increase testosterone in women? Why do you want to do that? The only reason if you want to increase testosterone, it's not so much about just taking stuff to increase testosterone. It's about checking your estrogen levels and make sure you're not estrogen dominant. If you're estrogen dominant, that's the only reason your testosterone is low. And another thing you can do, you can check your DHEA levels, your estradiol levels first before you actually do anything with your testosterone. Then your testosterone will actually go up naturally. Another thing you can definitely do, you can take boron or borax, but you need at least 32 milligrams a day for it to work good. I want to grow my eyebrows. Like I said, we have to do a blood test. It doesn't mean if you hear certain things, you start taking it and applying it. You have to do actually some blood work so you can actually dig deeper into your root cause, not just take stuff and see what happens, because you can take stuff and you can ruin other things in your body. So this is very, very important. Very important to actually understand what's happening in your system first. Hi, what supplement do you recommend for anxiety? Thank you. L-theanine. Start with about 200 to 400 milligrams. Or you can take Bacoba, but I like L-theanine. It's much more effective and faster. Bacoba is just going to help you with your hippocampus. It's going to actually enhance your hippocampus, so therefore you can actually learn and memorize things and kind of calculate things perfectly in your mind. Keep in mind, the more enhanced hippocampus you have, the more of a thinker you become. The more of less of a working class you'll become. You start to actually question things once you start to get enough oxygen flow properly to the part of that brain. It's very, very crucial, very important. I like this view better. Cheers. Thank you, Kiki. But yeah, you guys should definitely do that. Look into the stress issue. It's your L-theanine. You got Bacoba. You got acetyl L-carnitine. It's very, very powerful, especially if you take the liposomal with 3,000 milligrams. It's an amazing product. But your hippocampus is very, very important in this factor. I'd like to transform my whole experience, can come and chill around. I'd like to transform my whole existence, can come and chill around, for sure. It's all about relaxation. Do you prefer cooking eggs with butter or olive oil? You should never use olive oil for any type of cooking because you're going to oxidize it. It's already comes oxidized in the body and you want to oxidize it even more. it's better to actually use olive oil on top of the eggs as a dressing. But if you want to cook your eggs in like a grass-fed, grass-finished butter, ghee, coconut oil if you like, or suet. That would be probably the best thing to do, and the safest way to do it without oxidizing. But don't overcook your yolk. You overcook your yolk, then you just destroy the good essential fatty acids. Your yolk should be pretty much as raw as possible. Hi Maurice, I sent you an email with my 45-day results. I'll check it tomorrow because I had no power today actually, guys. We've been trying to install the electricity for the past 2 days, so I'm behind again on answering everybody's emails and all that stuff. So hopefully tomorrow, because we just dug the trench, and you can see behind me there's still a lot of dirt because we're putting the power underground. Don't scramble your eggs. Maybe scramble like once in a blue moon as a flavor with some cheese, but try to kind of make it as runny as possible so you can preserve the essential fatty acids. Coconut oil is better than olive. Coconut oil can handle a smoking point and it does not have any oxidization. Olive oil, on the other hand, is supposed to only be used as dressing, but the problem is with olive oil because it does contain polyunsaturated fats, 20%, so that 20% most of the time is oxidized. So that's why you gotta be careful on the olive oil as well too. I just had a massive heart attack 2 weeks ago while doing sprint training at a gym. Just got released from the hospital last week. I was doing dirty carnivore and some keto, had lost 75 pounds. That's excellent for losing 75 pounds, but sorry to hear about your heart attack. So the heart attack has nothing to do with carnivore. The heart attack just doesn't happen overnight. We know that for fact, right? So the heart attack has been actually being developed for years and years and years, and suddenly you obviously consumed a lot of fats with carnivorous, and the fats do act like a repair mechanism, and if they see a leakage in the artery, they're gonna actually go after it trying to fix it, and while they're trying to fix it, they end up causing a heart attack. So it's not the carnivore that caused that. The only reason a carnivore could cause a heart attack, let's just assume, is only if you have a dirty gene as being a genetic. One of the genetic would be called lipoprotein small a and LPPLA2. If these two were elevated very, very high, and you went on a carnivore diet eating a lot of saturated fats, then sometimes it could trigger an issue. That's the only reason. But other than that, it's very rare that the carnivore diet would cause that. Even consuming high fats would cause that. It's just, unfortunately, the issue's been there for many years. And it's just got, the body goes into a shock when you actually convert from, let's say, like a high carbohydrate diet to like a more of a carnivorous diet, for example. And you lost 75 pounds, which is great. And another thing is, could be that your liver could not keep up with the processing of the oxidized fats, end up causing issues with your arteries. I wish you would have probably connected with me before you actually start going on that diet, because what I would have done ASAP is put you on nitric oxide, so your arteries are constantly being vasodilated while you are actually in the process of transforming to carnivorous diet, and while in the process you're cleaning out your liver. Once you actually lose that weight and the liver is cleaned up and everything, then you can get off the nitric oxide, because in the presence of nitric oxide, a person should never have a heart attack or a stroke. But now you're probably on medication, 48 years old, and if you do want to get off medications very easily, it depends which arteries are being affected, and I can help you with that. I've been there at a much younger age than you. 1 stent put in. So okay, 1 stent put in is not bad. That's really good actually. It's not bad. It's probably, I don't know what was the blockage, 80% or higher. That's the only reason they would put a stent. If it was under that, they would actually leave it alone and give it time to actually heal. But yeah, 1 stent is not bad actually. So the medication they put you on, you're not going to be going on them for life, trust me. I can help you get off of them within probably 3 months or so. The only thing you're going to end up staying on it for a year would be your probably Brolenta, or Thigaclarol, whatever it's called, just so your stent does not collapse. What a good source of nitric oxide. Naturally, you got arugula would be one of your highest. Supplement would be beetroot of 25% potassium nitrate. I have the link within my profile bio. You can actually check it out which one I actually talk about. 90 heart rate is bad. Well, if you are in a resting rate, yes, it is pretty high. Habibi, thanks for acid reflux, natural, please. Acid reflux, you have to do food combining. 100% blockage. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. If it's 100% blockage, they got it open, which is good. You know, that would be the last resort, which is fine. It's just, you know, the medications, all that stuff. You'll probably have to do some adjustment, and you're probably going to end up being on nitric oxide for the rest of your life. Because obviously your body is not producing or converting proper nitric oxide, and that's the reason we end up getting blocked arteries. I like sitting out here with this on. This is nice, actually. I just wish we didn't have many mosquitoes. But what I'm doing in the next couple of weeks, behind me here is going to be a big a deck. We're going to put a deck. So I don't know if I'm going to put the wood stove on the deck, on the wood and stuff. So I have to make like a little place for it to sit and actually enjoy the fire. And maybe cook something on it. How about avocado oil? Avocado oil is bullshit. Stay away from it. Tips to lower heart rate. Do a HIIT training and start adding a lot of olive oil in your diet. Probably about 6 tablespoons a day. This naturally will lower your heart rate. Good quality olive oil, like organic, dark bottle, not important, bought locally. Anything important, throw it away in the garbage, because already oxidized from the container being shipped from overseas. So try to get something locally that produces olive oil. Stay away from avocado oil. Like I said, it's dirty, it's garbage, it's all oxidized because the demand is so high on them, and they're starting to mix them with vegetable oils. What you produce there? What you produce there? I don't produce anything here. I wish I can produce something other than a consultation, and I can guide you guys. I'm burning some nice wood, so we can still. Are you at your farm? Oh, at my farm. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking I'm just gonna grow some berries for myself, and maybe buy a cow, because everything's so freaking damn expensive here. So I'm gonna buy a cow and slaughter the cow in like 10 months and have like 500 pounds of meat that will last me a whole year. And I love blueberries, so I'm gonna grow as many blueberries as I could, but it's already too late for the season to grow blueberries right now. So that's not gonna be till next year. So what I'm trying to grow right now is some strawberries and some cucumbers. I love cucumbers. They're my favorite. I have 30 plants for cucumbers. I wanted to grow like 60 plants, but 30 of them died when I drove here because I started growing them when I was in the city. Weather changes, which is too bad. But I like sweet potatoes, and I only like to eat the sweet potato on my carb load day, and I do a carb load just once a week on a Saturday. Sometimes it's white rice. Do you still what? What's the temperature there right now? Oh, it's about 12 degrees. It's not that nice. Tomorrow is gonna be dropping to about 9 degrees, which kind of sucks. This afternoon it did reach 17 degrees, but there was no sun at all till the evening. Tomorrow is gonna be 9 degrees for the next 3 days, because we're gonna have some heavy rain for about 3 days. Do you still eat vegetables if you are on carb? I don't eat any vegetables, no. The only thing I eat is cucumbers. No, cucumbers is a fruit. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, just some berries if I can actually grow them. If you have or something, if you cinnamon on the roots, if you put cinnamon on the roots of the blueberries, you might harvest blueberries. Oh, that's interesting. I'll try that, Nancy. Thanks so much for the tip. Is red potatoes okay now and again? No, it's not. Stay away from them. Stick with the sweet potatoes. Hi, what is good for Charlie horses in your legs. Magnesium, you're deficient in magnesium big time. The stars in your legs is gonna hit your heart one day, so start taking freaking magnesium. ASAP. Get the magnesium I have on my website, because you need to actually saturate with magnesium. It starts in your legs and it will move up to your body. Be careful. And that's how it causes blood pressure. It's the start of early blood pressure. This fire is almost over. We're gonna go inside soon, because Duke is falling asleep. It's gonna be a big day tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be a big day tomorrow. We finish the electrical system tomorrow, and it's gonna rain. Hopefully it rains after we finish the electrical system. If it rains before, it's gonna be a big issue, seriously. Because we still have a couple hours of putting the dirt back in. Then I can bring my freezer up to the sea can and bring my washing machine. And the only thing that is left is I have to fix the water so I can take a freaking shower. I keep taking a shower in cold water. This ice freezing cold sometimes. Hey Farida, thank you for the flowers. And Andrea, cheers. So we're sitting here. I hope you guys are enjoying the beautiful weather and a beautiful, beautiful scene with some little fire on the side there. There we go. Did you see it was 12 degrees there? Yes. Yeah, it's not that warm. So around this time, if you're not sitting by a fire here, you will actually put a jacket on, because at night it does get quite chilly. Wait till August, mid-August hits. It's like winter in the evening, seriously. So here in between month of June, July, half August, even in September, I can shower outside in ice cold water. I'll be like working so hard, I'll turn on the water and I'll just shower outside. It's pretty amazing. I want to build like an outdoor shower. But after 3 p.m., it gets like really cold. It starts to kind of drop to like 6 degrees or so. So you always have to have like the fire turned on, or I have to have like my wood stove inside the house turned on when I install it. I haven't installed it yet. I haven't even ordered the parts yet. So that's gonna be exciting. And I think I'm gonna order the parts. I suppose so actually. I should have ordered them already, because they're gonna take at least 3 weeks to get here probably, if not longer. So this way I can actually get everything installed correctly. Well, before I do like one part of the installation. But what can I do? If I don't stay here I'll try to stay here for the winter if I finish everything in time. I hope I could. So this way, we'll see how it is. Because last year I left from here in November. It was really cold. The first week of November. Second week of November I left. 97 degrees here in Texas yesterday. Oh wow. 97 degrees, and we're actually struggling here with like a little 12 degrees. Seriously, when I go to sleep at night, sometimes it gets like really, really cold. You wake up in the morning, you're like, I saw I'm up like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, freezing cold. It's funny, in the month of May, it should be like summer, but yet we got so much, especially here in Canada, we've been getting a lot of weather modification. Have the flu, what to take for low-grade fever. If you have nitric oxide, take nitric oxide. If you don't have nitric oxide, then take NAC, 1200 milligrams every 3-4 hours, and take some quercetin if you have any, so you can boost up your immunity. I wonder why pork always has been way cheaper than beef. Heavily commercialized, easily grown, with corn fed and soy. Unless you can get some nice pasture raised. Would be awesome if I can get some pasture raised pork. I haven't had pork for like almost 8 years, because you can't get really good quality at all. Do we really need 8 hours of sleep? No, you don't. If you can get 2 hours of deep sleep and an hour of REM sleep, the body will actually recover on 4 hours a night. What is good for gout? Cherry tart. Eliminate all fructose from your diet. That will fix your gout. Eliminate all oxalates from your diet. That will fix your gout. These are like your most major corporate issues for gout. This is mostly fructose and oxalates. Nothing to do with red meat. They had to blame it on red meat just so they can actually reduce the amount that's been consumed by human. Let's just put it that way, because it activates purines. But it all starts with your fructose. Hey Sarah, how are you? What are oxalates and what did they do? Oxalates are found in like greens and vegetables. It's a type of anti-nutrient that actually causes crystal buildup between the joints, crystal buildup in your arteries, crystal buildup around your, mostly around any joint movement. And that's why we end up getting aches and pains, and we end up getting gout and other things, and kidney issues as well too. There's probably wild hogs in Kootenays. No, there isn't. Is there wild hogs in Kootenays? There's no way. If there is, I would freaking hunt some. I know I'd like to get like a couple deers, and I want some turkeys. Last year around this time we had like a family of turkeys. They came by, and Duke was going after them. So I want to actually catch me a couple, or maybe a couple rabbits. Rabbits would be good, or maybe open up like a rabbit farm. That would be good. Some rabbits and chicken. Fresh vegetables and turmeric will cure gout. Yeah, turmeric would be good as long as you're getting like a good 90% curcumin. Would be excellent. Then Sarah can join us for some rabbits, right, Duke? Nose. Yeah, I know. I cut my leg. You like my view, Sarah? Check it out. There's a mountain behind me. My little heaven view. Duke, you're getting tired? Duke is getting tired. We've been up since 4. What time is it now? Oh, 7:30. 7:30 p.m., Duke. Yeah, that's my little mountain. There's my little tiny house. We're trying to finish it this year. Can I take magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and fish oil in the morning, empty stomach? Why would you want to take your magnesium glycinate early morning and get you all so tired? Would never take magnesium glycinate in the morning. Take your magnesium glycinate at night. Your vitamin D3 and fish oil, they have to be consumed with food because they are fat soluble. They need to be activated and methylated correctly. So the only thing, if you want to take as magnesium, you should be taking magnesium ionic chloride, not magnesium glycinate. In which country are you? I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada and BC. That's why I'm covered by mountains everywhere. Beautiful scenery. Can barely walk anymore. There is a little playground for Duke in the bottom. We got it. Maurice, the scenery is beautiful. Hey Kiki, how are you? Good to see you. How you like the view? The view looks nice. Where's Duke? Duke is behind me there. Can you guys see him? BC, bring cash. Yeah, no kidding. Nice work on the mini house. Yeah, it's getting there, almost done. I just gotta do the installation, wood stove, few things here and there. Should be good. Should be good. Hopefully. Duke, everybody's sending you love. Where are you? Where's Duke? Oh shoot. My phone has like 5% left. There's Duke. Got like 5% left on my phone. So tomorrow we got a few things going. Living the dream. I'm trying to live the dream. This is like my beautiful place, and with my little tiny house. That's all I want. That's the way we live. That's the new living. So tomorrow we gotta finish the electrical system. Once we finish the electrical system, we close the greenhouse. We should be good. Then on Friday, I get all my insulation, all my 4x8 sheets, and my deck. But we probably won't start till Saturday because it's gonna be wet on Friday. A lot of rain. So once all that stuff is done, it's gonna be all good. Then we can start fixing the wood stove. I just gotta order the parts. Beautiful and off-grid, 100%. If you're happy, that's all that matters. Oh, cheers to that. Duke is happy. Let's ask Duke. Hey, Duke, are you happy? Duke is happy, see? This is little love. He's nicely relaxed. He wants his massage. He's ready to fall asleep. How many bedrooms? None. There's only one bedroom. One little bedroom. I'm actually gonna try to build like a small dry cabin as a retreat. So if you guys ever gonna come and visit, there'll be like a nice little retreat for you guys. Are you near a lake? Yeah, there's like about 7 lakes within about a 2-minute to like a 30-minute drive around here. So a lot of fishing. Cheers, Eric. Yeah, I'm gonna probably start going fishing here once I fix my kayak. Probably next week once everything is kind of looking good and stuff. I need the land in BC, expensive up there. It's not bad. We've bought this piece of land 7 years ago actually, but when you buy raw land, there's a lot of work. Every year I would come out here for like a month and we take trees down, flatten one section, take some trees down, flatten another section. So it's been a lot of work, seriously, and it's taken me a long time to get all the way to the top here from all the way in the bottom. And it's only like from the bottom to here is only like almost close to about 800 feet. So imagine 800 feet that has taken me that many years to come here. But keep in mind, every time I come here, I would only come here for about a month or two. That's it, because I couldn't get off work for a very long time. The past 2 years, since I started doing everything remotely, now I can stay here a little bit longer and actually finish most of my stuff. Yeah, there's coyotes, there's black bears here. They're pretty nice. They come and have coffee with us every morning sometimes. So next time they come over to have some coffee, the little black bears, while they're eating their huckleberries and stuff, I'll send you guys some videos. And of course, Duke loved them, right, Duke? Where is he? There's his little play section. I had to make that for him. But I'm gonna actually try to put some apple trees if I could. If they grow here, property is looking good. It's starting to come along. Yeah, it's starting to come along very good. At the end of the day, it's all about landscaping for it to make it look nice and presentable, because there's a lot of rocks. It's a very rocky area. How many acres? 5 acres. I only have roughly about an acre and a half that has been cleared, so I can make it up here. Love what you're doing out there, living the dream. Thank you. Cheers. How many? But yeah, overall it's nice. I think once I finish everything, the main essential thing is getting the electrical, the water, and the septic. So we got the electrical. I'm doing the septic right now by hand, and the water. And if these essentials are done, then I can actually stay here at ease and don't have to kind of keep rushing myself for, getting away before the winter and stuff like that. So these 3 things are done. Then the rest of it, like installation and kind of designing the inside, that can come slowly. But installation is very, very important. So I'm trying to kind of finish installation all in 5 days, under the whole house, around the trailer, skirting the trailer and everything. Then the only thing that is left, a little bit of a stressful, is just the water line. Once that water line is fixed and it's not gonna freeze, then I can come and go. I can probably go to the city, come back. I don't have to worry about, struggling or whether there's certain things in here or not. So I think it'll be good. What made you decide to buy a property? Um, I've always been an outdoor, and I've always done hiking and camping and fishing and hunting, and I've always kind of looked for a place where I can actually get away and be in the woods. Seriously, when I used to go camping for 3 days, it was beautiful. It was amazing. Didn't really want to come back, and that's what kind of we made up to kind of start looking for a piece of land. And we were everywhere for 3 days, me and my brother, and we came across this land. And as soon as I heard water, a creek running, I'm like, that's it. This is a place I want, and we end up buying it on the spot. Duke, hey, leave it. Come on, good boy. And we end up getting it. Once you move out of the city, you'll never want to move back. Oh, 100%, you never want to. Seriously, it's, when you've worked in the city for 30 some years with a lot of noise and and everything, and you always wait for that weekend so you can get away to a small little place where you can actually close your eyes and relax, possibly do fishing or hiking. You actually you'll know exactly what I mean about being quiet, like nice and calm, so you can actually relax a bit. Duke, leave it now. Then when I come here, within the first like 2 3 days, it's like that calm. Like you're here, no cars, nothing, just some birds, some animals, your water running in the background, and it's actually it brings you to like a peace. Seriously, I think people are more open-minded than back east. Oh, 100%, 100%. But it's very relaxing here, which is nice. Just the unfortunate thing, every time I've been to a small town, or you go to a small town, is like everything price-wise is like double compared to a city. So it makes you and it forces you in a way to actually do your own things and grow your own things and don't rely on anybody. The problem is a lot of people that actually live in a city, they rely on big corporation to support them with power and water and septic and all that stuff. Here, when you're out in the wild in places like this, like on a big farm, you actually have to be dependable on your own. Where you want to get the power, where you going to get the water, how you going to get electricity if you run out, heating, everything. You have to actually think for it and actually have a plan for it. And that's why not everybody can actually make it. So if you don't have any of these things planned, then you can come here and freak out in the first day and run away. Do you have solars? Solars don't work in this area, unfortunately. I did purchase solars, and I did purchase a battery. That's what I've been running off for the past week. But because we don't get enough sun, the solars don't actually have enough power to charge the battery correctly. So that's why I had to force myself to actually put the extra money and actually get the power up to here. And I even thought I got the power up here. It's not like a full amperage that I'm looking for. I just want something basic so I can have enough power for my freezer and some lights and internet. That's it. Unfortunately, the solar wouldn't work, and I had to charge the battery every other day with a generator. So it was not really ideal for it, which is too bad because I was looking forward to it actually. So now we have electrical coming in. Should be done by tomorrow. So the stuff that I bought, because I have 3 brand new solars and I have a battery from EcoFlow, gives me 2200 amp, 2200 wattage. I'm gonna end up selling them because there's no point of me keeping them if I'm never gonna use them. And I have a generator as well too that I'm actually gonna sell as well too. Did you run 220 volt to the house? Yeah, we did a 220 30 amps up to here. The cable can handle 100 amp, but I really don't want to do the full 100, so I just left it at a 30 amp. Mountainside are blocking the sun. Yeah, so what happened is, so the sun comes out from this side here behind me. We get the first light we get at 7:30, but if you drive 5 minutes to the lake, they get first sun at 5 a.m. in the morning. And another mountain behind me on this side, I lose the sun at 6:30 p.m. If I drive 5 minutes to the smallest town, for example, 10 minutes to the smallest town, they have sun all the way till 9 p.m. So a huge drop. So I lose about 5 hours of sun a day. How far is the river you can make hydroelectricity I have a creek right behind me, but it's not powerful enough to create enough electricity. I looked into that and everything as well too, and I tried to look into the wind as well too. We don't get wind at all in this because we're like in the bottom of the mountain almost, which is good. I have water, running water, which is nice. The only downfall is this year it didn't snow as much. So because it didn't snow as much, we might maybe lose water by August. Every year it goes down like so low in August, then we end up getting heavy rain in September, and it kind of fills up again. So we'll see how it goes this year. How's your internet? Who's your provider? So I have a private provider. He put a tower on this mountain behind me, because there's actually a camping site about 5-10 kilometers away from here. So he ended up putting a private tower for them to use, but he gave me full access and he gave my neighbors full access. So I pay for it on a monthly basis. So I have like good. That's why my internet like direct access of internet on off that mountain. It's like perfect view. So that's why my internet is good. So anyway, that location is pretty amazing because all the small necessities that I need, I have them. So it's not really struggle to get for it. I had to pay big dollars for it just to kind of get it, because once you buy a land that is raw, adding all these things do add up quite a bit, and they do cost quite a bit, which is too bad, but you have to do it till you get there, right? Yeah, this is right in BC. We're in Canada. Technically, I am off grid. Technically, the whole idea was supposed to be me being off grid, doing the solars, doing everything, and that's what was been the plan. But few things had to change along the way, just because due to certain power issues and sun issues that we couldn't have, so we're forced to kind of get some power. That's great. I had to switch my provider to Starlink. Starlink is good. I haven't. I would love to actually try it, but I don't know how good the voice quality is, because I heard their jitter for their upload speed for the voice quality is above 20 milliseconds. So for a good quality of voice, you need anything below 5 milliseconds. So the only way I can actually try that is maybe one of my neighbors. I think they have one. I might have to go try the VoIP and try the video camera and everything, like doing a chat, and see if that works. If it does work, maybe I'll switch to it. Just maybe because it does give me a little bit better connectivity as well, and probably a little bit better unlimited internet, because it's kind of limited. But we'll see how it goes. Because even with the private internet right now, I still pay $150 a month. Speed is like 30 megs download, 10 megs upload. It's not bad, but it's not the best. Yeah, they are a little bit pricey, but like I said, it's not so much about the price. It's all about the connectivity. If I get good jitter or not. And the jitter, the only time you'll end up using the jitter when you're doing a lot of VoIP calling. Now, keep in mind, I have no what do you call it? No phone calls. I cannot make a phone call or nothing from here. No provider to actually make a phone call or anything. So everything has to run off Wi-Fi for me. How much magnesium would I need, please? Thank you. Gotta start with about 200 milligrams every 4 hours. It is very expensive here in Canada. When we look at cellular bills and we look at the internet, we pay one of the most expensive prices worldwide compared to other countries. Like even in Spain and Italy, when I was there, you'd pay like 20 euros or 13 euros a month. Yet here in Canada, we're paying $150, $190 for internet. You pay $100 for a cell phone. I think it's just a ripoff. Peace out, Maurice. Have a good night. Cheers. You too. So I think here in Canada, it's a ripoff. We pay so much in taxes, GST, PST, HST, and we pay so much in providers for providing us, cell phone coverage, internet coverage, all that crap. It's just we're overly paying that other countries, they pay a fraction, which is too bad. It's like, you make the money, but you turn around and you pay it for specific things, and you need them. Like, don't get me wrong, you need them. Canada has way too many monopolies. Good luck, pal. Wish you all the best on your project and your new journey. Good night. Cheers, Smoke. Thank you. It is a big monopoly, and all these companies, they kind of compete against each other, and they all have like different prices categories, and they will grandfather their plans, and it is a big ripoff. Like seriously, we're getting ripped off left and right by the CRC ruling, and our government does nothing about it, which is too bad. But there is other companies out there that are starting to actually import certain providers into Canada. For example, for fraction of the cost. And I hope they do, because this would actually help a lot of individuals. And a lot of individuals to actually save money. Like the guy that actually came today to do my excavator, just between him and his wife, he actually had to pay, $200 a month for internet. Duke, what are you doing? Come here. Yeah, we pay high taxes too, very high taxes. Duke, drop it. He was trying to go after a freaking mouse. What are you doing, Duke? What are you doing? Only us, the strongest ones, will survive in Canada. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. They make it so limited for us. They made it so limited to actually make you struggle and suffer and pay all the money. So you work for the government and nothing more, nothing less. So nothing's left in your pocket at the end of the day. Duke, what did you do? What did you do, Duke? What did you do? What did you do? Sorry guys, my phone is almost at less than 5%. So I do have to get going, but we can continue our chat tomorrow. I'll come back and do like a little bit earlier of a chat actually, than being too late right now. And this way we can talk a little bit more in specific. Hopefully we can have all the electrical done so we can get things going. In the meantime, you guys have a nice evening, and we'll continue tomorrow. And we'll talk about other things for sure. Have a good night. See you guys. Take care.